Hello friends, I am happy to greet all of you in our English lesson again. Today we will ask this question, what can we do? Actually, there are lots of things that we can do in this life in order to help our world, our universe become a better place to live on. But today we will talk about one social issue, one problem. What is it? It is pollution. It's some natural problems that destroy our environment, and we will talk about the things we can do to stop them. So if you are ready, open your books, follow that lesson with me, and let's begin, please. At the end of the lesson, you are going to get new knowledge on pollution and improve reading and speaking skills. I hope that we will achieve these goals. So let's get started. First of all, I am going to introduce you the new vocabulary. Let's look at the words and find their definitions and learn them. So, to pollute is our first word. To pollute means to make an area, water, air, etc. dirty, unclean. We can pollute the area by throwing trash. We can pollute the water by throwing litter to the rivers, seas, lakes, etc. We can pollute air by sending harmful smokes, and we can make the areas unclean by leaving our waste behind ourselves. This is a very bad action, and this is very bad for the environment. That's why we should always avoid this. And the pollution is the process of polluting water, air or land with poisonous chemicals. Yes, this is important. Polluting means especially polluting the air or water with chemicals, poisonous chemicals, which can kill all the living things and also are very bad for human health. The next word is safety. Safety is the opposite of danger, the condition of being protected from danger. If we are in a safety, we will feel ourselves safe. So we should provide safety of all the living things on the earth. And the next word is to destroy. It means to damage something. We can destroy the forests by cutting down the trees. We can destroy the nature by killing the animals, by damaging their nests, also by destroying the plants, etc. So we can destroy everything. Human beings destroy everything on the earth, and then we feel regretful. So beforehand, we should take some actions in order to prevent the nature, the environment from being destroyed. The noun version of this word is destruction. It is the action of destroying something. So destruction of the forest is harmful, is bad. To affect means have an effect on, to make a difference to. Dear students, there is something to remember. To affect is a verb, an effect is a noun. Something can affect something. We will see the effect of it. So let's remember, verb, noun. So to affect means to influence, to change something, to make a difference on something. Next word in the list is surface. Surface is the outer or top part or layer of something. So, for example, the ships float on the surface of the water. If you throw something, for example, a stone into the water, it will not stay on the surface, it will go to the deep. But something is on the surface can be seen from outside. Like, for example, ducks, these birds, float on the surface of the water. Next word is container. Container is an object for holding or transporting something. We can keep some stuff in some containers. For example, we can have conserved fish in the container, or there are special containers for putting our trash. We put the glass into a special container, we put the paper into a special container, and we put our junk food into another container. So these are the things. So these are the objects for holding something inside. The next word is very easy for you. I think all of you know the meaning of traffic jam. Let's open the definition and check our knowledge. Traffic jam is when too much traffic are there because the road is blocked by something. Maybe there was an accident, Maybe there was a construction. That's why all the cars, all the automobiles stopped. They blocked the road. That's why there appeared traffic jam. Next word is resource. Something that can be used to help you. There can be a resource of money or this resource of food, resource or some items that are there, and if we need them, they will assist us, they will help us, we will take them and use them. These are our resources. Another word in the list is to prevent. To prevent means to stop something from happening. For example, we should prevent the trees from being cut. It means that we should stop the people who are trying to cut the trees. We should prevent this danger. Preventing means stopping something from happening. And our last word in the list is solution. The act of solving a problem. So there can be a problem and there can be a solution of the problem. People try to figure out the solutions for the problems in order to be safe, in order to have a better living conditions. So these are our word list. So this is our word list. We learned so many words today. If you just take notes and memorize these words, try to use them in sentences, you cannot imagine how well your English will improve. If you every day build up your vocabulary and try to use them in your speech, you will be able to speak in English fluently very soon. So let's try it. Now we are going to do one exercise. We are going to check our knowledge about vocabulary and our knowledge about this issue in general. Let's look at this picture. What happens? Factories send a lot of smoke into air. So this is called air pollution. If you see, there are some factory fumes that are released to the air, which are very dangerous for the air. They make the air polluted. So the problem happening here is called air pollution. What can we do in order to prevent this from happening? People can build the factories on the edges of the town, on the sides of the town where there are not many people living. Then it will be less dangerous for the environment. Another picture, another issue to talk about. What happens? Look at the picture. Some people cut trees and build new houses, plants to make money. Many villagers cut trees in the forests and make fireplaces for heating homes. So what is happening here? Destruction of nature. People cut the trees in order to make money, to build houses. But you may ask, what to do? We need to do this. We need some materials for building houses. We need to cut trees for heating our homes. What to do? There is a solution, dear students. Every time people cut a tree, they can plant another tree instead, so that trees will not disappear on the earth. Always there will be a new one. This way, this will not make any problem anymore. Always we should find solution for the problems. Let's look at this picture and see what problem happens here. What happens? Look at the picture. It's a road, so many cars. They seem not to be moving. And they seem to be just stable. They are not moving. Most people use cars today. So there are a lot of traffic jams in the cities. And cars send much smoke into the air. As you understand, this is a traffic jam which sends so much smoke into the air. That's why it is very bad for the environment. It causes to air pollution. What can be a solution for this problem? So, sometimes in one family, each member of the family has his own car. And in the morning, imagine, for example, 4 people start driving their cars. So it causes lots of smoke, lots of air pollution. What can they do instead? They can use public transport, they can use less cars, or they can ride bicycles instead of cars, because cars are really very harmful for the environment. I mean, the smoke coming through the cars. The smoke coming out of the cars. Another problem we can see in the picture. So what is happening here? Many people don't respect nature and throw litters in the streets and parks. Wastes and litters are everywhere, and it is pollution. You can see water here and some plastic bottles on the surface of the water, also in the deepest part of the water. what will happen? The fish and other sea creatures will eat them, will swallow them, and they will die. We are causing the nature die by throwing plastic bottles to the waters, to the seas, to the streets, etc. Here also, some people threw trash in the street. It is very unacceptable. This causes pollution, dear students. We shouldn't pollute our streets and waters. Let's be careful with that, please. Now that we spoke a lot, it is time to write. In your textbooks, there is an exercise where the words are given in mixed order. We have to reorder the words and make up correct sentences. I'm going to write it here. You also please guess it, try to do it with me to check your own understanding. Let's begin. In the first sentence, we can see some words in mixed order, right? Let's begin to make up the sentence. We see that it's a question sentence and we have a question word here. So always begin your sentence with the question word. Why? Then we use an auxiliary word. Do, does, have, has. Why do people cut trees? The exercise also requires us to answer to these questions. So why do people cut trees? We talked about it before. People cut trees in order to build houses, to heat their homes by burning the trees. So we have already answered to this question. So we have already answered to this question. And here is our question. Why do people cut trees? Let's do the second one. Again, we have a question word. How? How do people pollute the air? Let's answer to this question. How do people pollute the air? Again, as we talked before, by throwing trash in the streets, into the water, or by burning lots of traffic gas so that the smoke go to the air, by using factories a lot and the smoke, poisonous smoke coming through the factory's pipe pollute the air. And the last one, leave animals there. Why do homes? Let's begin. Why? Again, because it's a question word. Because it's a question word. Why do, then we should choose subject. Okay, you see, why do people? Why do people? Now our subject will be why do the animals? Why do animals? Then we need a verb. You see, people cut, people pollute, the animals leave. Leave here. Animals leave their homes. Let's answer to this question. Why do animals leave their homes? Because there are people who destroy the animals' homes, and as a result, animals have to leave their houses. Let's protect the animals. We have another exercise to do. We are going to use modals should or shouldn't. So you know that should means advice, giving positive advice, and shouldn't means that you shouldn't do it. It is not acceptable, it is not advisable to do it. So let's decide whether we should do this or we shouldn't do this. We waste water and electricity. Should we waste water and electricity? No, we shouldn't. Wasting means using when you don't need it. We shouldn't. We shouldn't waste water and electricity. Number 2, we recycle metal cans and glass. Should we recycle metal cans and glass? Yes, definitely we should. Number 3, It's about throwing litters in the streets. Should we do it or shouldn't we do it? Of course, it is not a good habit, so we shouldn't throw litters in the streets. And the last one in the list, number 4, we keep the air clean. Should we keep the air clean? Of course, we should keep the air clean. What else should we do and shouldn't we do in order to protect the environment? Think about this and you can add your own list. You can make your own list and add some more sentences into this list. I should do it, we should do it, or we shouldn't do it. So in today's lesson, we talked about pollution and about the things that we should not do or we should do in order to keep our environment safe. In the end of the lesson, before saying bye to you, I want you to keep in your mind these things I will show you now. Remember, turn off the light when you leave a room. Put paper, glass, metal into the right container. Use a glass instead of plastic cup. Turn off the water when you brush your teeth. Recycle instead of throwing away. Plant trees and flowers around your house and school. Use public transport. That's all for today. I hope you and I will keep this all in our minds and we'll follow these golden rules in order to be safe in this universe. That's the end of our lesson for today. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.